for you my hummingbird nest story presentation. Please enjoy this sneak peek into the wonderful world of hummingbirds, the greatest birds on earth. Prior to starting the presentation, I give each audience member a plastic quarter with 2 Tic Tacs glued to it. I tell the story of a female Anna's hummingbird, one of nature's hardest working single moms. This is where the story begins. It was a chilly February morning in Southern California. I followed the sounds of some very active male hummingbirds who were showing off for the finicky females. This led me directly to a female building her nest. After describing the location and how I found the nest, I talk about the mating process in a matter-of-fact way that is suitable for children. With the permission of biologist Christopher J. Clark, I share his research, which solves the 111-year-old mystery of what really happens during the male's dramatic mating dive. I set the scene, emphasizing my respect for the birds and their environment. I describe the intelligent way females build the nest, using very effective materials like spider webbing, fluffy stuff, moss, how she builds a nest that is specifically designed to help her regulate the temperature. She must keep the thermostat at 96 degrees. The nest will be lighter in color on the sunny side and darker in color on the shady side. The inside will be thicker and warmer on the shady side and thinner and cooler on the sunny side. She will lay lower in the nest when it's cold out, or sit higher on the nest for airflow when it's warmer. Nest building is sticky business. Mama had spider webbing and fluff stuck to her tail. Gotta clean the beak. After the nest is finished, 2 eggs are laid. The outside diameter of a hummingbird nest is the size of a 50-cent piece. The inside diameter is the size of a quarter, which is why I hand out the prop to the audience. If you have a quarter handy, please pause play to retrieve it so that you can use it for size reference to really appreciate how tiny all of this is. Or the next time you drive your car, think of our hard-working single mom. The black part of the key is about 1 inch square. I show how the chicks hatch, and as commonly happens, a day apart. Those eggs sure look ready. You can see the chicks. And those are crack marks. I outline the hatchling timeline. About 12 hours behind, the second chick started to hatch. Look how much the first chick has grown already. Picture this happening on your quarter. Within hours, the chicks can hold their heads up, ready to eat. Unable to see, the babies hear and feel the wind from mom's wings. They know when it's time to eat. Here, the first chick, at only 1 day old, was on a mission. His movements were very deliberate. It caught my attention. I was curious about what he was doing. He wiggled his little rear end up and... Hummingbirds are toilet trained at birth. They do everything they can to dispose of waste over the side of the nest. Their second day of life, look at the size difference. And look at the eggshells on their heads. How cute is that? Mama removed the shell pieces one by one to rid the nest of that newborn smell that could attract predators. Female hummingbirds are great protectors. Go get 'em! She chased off a male whose bright colors can draw danger to the nest. Hummingbirds get their energy from nectar, but they get their protein from bugs. Here she has just finished feeding, and these are bug wings on her beak. Hummingbirds use their tongue like a sewing machine needle to get the bugs down into the chick. Here you can see her pushing the ants down. At rest, hummingbirds breathe about 250 times per minute. During agitated behavior, that number can rise above 1,200 breaths per minute. In flight, hummingbirds flap their wings about 50 times per second. I document the chick's complete development. Eyes starting to open, pin feathers sprouting. The first feather color. The first eye contact and awareness. A favorite moment of mine. The older chick looked at me. Almost 3 weeks old, the nest has expanded over ½ an inch. Adult hummingbirds need the equivalent of 300 fruit flies a day to survive. Annas eat more bugs than all other hummingbird species. The younger chick, on the left, caught up in size. He sure looked up to his older sibling, who always did everything first. Everything Big Brother did, Little Brother immediately copied him. He is having his first face scratch. Ah, that feels good. This was my favorite moment of this entire event. The younger chick saw something fly overhead. With intense interest, he watched it fly all the way across the sky. He got more and more excited as it flew by. I thought for sure he was going to bolt right out of the nest after it. Their feathers matured to reveal them as males. You can see their large gorget feathers. The red coloring will appear in about 3 to 4 months. Not long now till they fledge. I'm gonna miss you, bro. They started exercising their wings. Almost time to take off. Female hummingbirds dictate when the chicks must fledge. Mom came up behind the older chick and nipped at his tail. She was telling him it was time, and he knew it. His first airborne moment, completely detached. This was the turning point for our bravest chick. He flew up the branch about 6 to 8 inches and landed. Then he made his way back down to the nest and crawled in completely exhausted. What a thrill! 24 days old. Bye-bye, birdies. Mothers continue to feed their chicks for up to a week after they fledge. As the youngest chick left the nest, he licked every branch he landed on. I have no idea why. I guess he was just trying to get a taste for his new life. Mom took him further and further away with each feeding. That was it. The chicks were gone, and I was done. I give a huge thank you to Mama and her chicks, and to you for your time and interest. Please contact me to book a presentation date. And always keep nature in your life and a little wilderness in your soul.